Hello and welcome to the next tutorial on Banana Loaf. Now, surprising nobody, this is a very simple sound and it should only take a few minutes. And that is this one, which, to be honest, you probably didn't even notice until I played it to you now, which is this sort of rising effects. Right, so as always up until now, pretty much, it is a citrus. And to make it, obviously I loaded the default patch, and all it is two sort of almost a saws FM'd with each other, maybe that much, and that's it. The second one was pitched down an octave for whatever reason. And just to reiterate what I say every single time, this was the result of no intelligent decision. It was just FMing random things to random other things until I got something I thought I liked. So I ended up with this. After which I put a pitch envelope on it, which was very short, like this, like a laser. It's probably worth knowing that this is the pitch envelope amount. So instead of messing around with something like this, it's probably more convenient to just change this, which is the range of all pitch envelopes. But I didn't use that in this sound, but it's just worth knowing about. Another thing worth knowing about is this global pitch switch, which what it does is any pitch envelopes you apply to operator 1 will apply globally to all the operators. Although I don't think I actually used it in the original. No, I didn't. I meant to, that was a mistake. I should have used it, but I didn't. So this doesn't sound exactly the same, and that's probably because I used a volume envelope like this, but it's still not exactly the same. But to get it identical, you just mess around with the envelope shapes here and the amount of FM. But other than that, it's exactly the same. Now to take a look at the effects and then the playlist. First things first, a fairly simple and self-explanatory compressor, which again surprised nobody, so you might have noticed it's panned to one side. That's because of an automation clip in the playlist, which I'll show in a second. After that is an EQ, just to cut out all the BS which isn't necessary. A fruity send to automate the volume, and I don't feel like explaining for the millionth time why I use fruity send for that. You'll just have to watch some other videos and pray you find one where I mention it in passing. And then finally a fruity delay with a pretty obvious purpose. And it doesn't seem to be playing. Still doesn't seem to be playing. What the... Okay. Oh, now it works fine. Right, as for the playlist, all it is a pitch automation clip, which is this one here, which automates it from 12 semitones up, so an octave, down to the center, up to 12, down to the center, up to 12, and that's all it does. So it's just this knob. And as you can see here, on every note, it's panned hard left and right. And the reason why I use this knob and not the one in the mixer is because this one is applied on the channel before any of the effects. And seeing as I have effects which screw with stereo, like fruity delay, I thought that would be a good idea, because this sort of might interfere with the result of the delay and mess it up somehow. So that's it. This automation clip makes the volume fade in, this pans it hard left and right. And by the way, you can right click an automation clip for the hold type, which is how it's like so sharp. Pitch envelope, and that's all there is to it. Nothing special in the piano roll either, no slide notes or anything like that. All the pitch lasery stuff is done in citrus in the envelope. Got through that as fast as possible. Hopefully onto something actually quite interesting as soon as possible. I'll see you then in that vague hope.